Hey, everybody, welcome back to day 2 of vocabulary. You are learning 8 new words this week. You should be able to recognize them in reading. You should be able to use them in sentences if you're asked to write a sentence with one of them. And it's very, very important that you start using these words as you're writing. So if you're writing a sentence this week and you want to use the word wonderful, that would be wonderful. All right, so that's our goal. All right, so we're working with wonderful, and we have Ariel love the wonderful pepperoni pizza. Jill is daydreaming about wonderful drumsticks. And then it says on this picture, it says, have you ever seen anything so wonderful in your life? And she's asking that question because she's just in love with pizza because wonderful brings a lot of joy and delight. All right, here's our base word noise. We added the S to it, so we have noises. And the first sentence says, the crowd of kids made lots of noise. And if you notice, everybody's talking at the same time. It's kind of like in Google Meet when we say, hey, everybody, you have to mute. And that's because the noise becomes too much and we can't hear anybody else. And then the second picture is SpongeBob and Patrick made too much noise. All right, so really loud and, just lots of noise. All right, our next word is quiet. Sully told the kids to be quiet in the bedroom. That means very little noise or no noise. And then if you're a Harry Potter fan, Professor Snape told Harry to be quiet in class. And he's saying silence. Okay, our next word is sprinkle, sprinkling or sprinkled. The clouds sprinkled candy on the donut's head. And so you can see the little tiny sprinkles coming down, the little tiny pieces. And if you notice, head belongs to one donut. So I used an apostrophe S when I made that because I want the head belonging to one donut. All right. The next sentence is, Tom rolled the ice cream in the sprinkles. All right. So you can see it as a verb, you can see it as a noun, but it's those little tiny pieces. All right. This word is share, sharing, shared. And remember, that's a verb or it could be like a noun. And the first sentence is, the cat shared its milk with the other cat. Aww. Look how sweet that is. And the second picture is, the two kids shared the bag of chips. And remember, sharing means to give a part away of something that you have. And so if you notice, the cat drank a little milk and then pushed it over and shared it with the other cat. And then the little girl and boy are watching a TV show, maybe a Disney movie, and they are sharing a big bag of chips. This one is notice, noticing, or noticed, and it means you pay attention to something. I noticed the small turtle had 2 heads. Wow, how rare is that? Did you notice the child's hair? Oh, there's that apostrophe again. One child. We want it to be plural, meaning more than one, remember? And so the hair is going to come around and belong to the child. Did you notice the child's hair? That shows ownership. That says, you know what? That hair belongs to me. And if you notice, we would really pay attention to both of these if we saw them in real life, wouldn't we? All right, our next one is, remember yesterday I didn't do this right? Burst, bursting, burst. Ursula burst the giant bubble. The animals burst out of the big cake at the party. And remember, burst is that breaking apart, splitting apart, and coming out. And you can see it in both of the pictures. If you watch the bubble, when she pops it, see how it broke apart? And then the cake went all over everywhere as they burst out. And Ursula says down here, I'm about to burst their bubble. The next word is suddenly. The tornado suddenly turned in our direction. The baby's expression suddenly changed. That's cute, isn't it? And remember that now, look, there's ownership. Expression belongs to one baby, so it's apostrophe S. And remember that this describes our verb. Okay, so the tornado is the subject, turned is the verb. How did it turn suddenly? The baby's expression is the subject, the baby's expression. And then how did it change? It changed suddenly. So an adverb talks to about how the verb is. It describes the verb. And remember, the adjective describes the noun. All right, that's our sentences. I hope you use these vocabulary words in some of your writing. Make sure you play a couple of games of vocabulary, a couple of games of spelling, and don't always just play games with spelling. Make sure you're studying your spelling list too. Thanks for listening today.